Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. I am super excited to be working with, you know, they are a favorite of mine. I am working with Beret again and collaborating on this video to do a full face of some of my most favorite Beret products, both older and new. Now we're going to do a full face. I'm going to come back in a moment with nothing on my face, not trying to scare the children or anything like that, but I want to show you from the start, from the ground up. We're going to be working with a bunch of Beret products today. Let me tell you what we're going to have here. I left the serum out of this video. You know, I love that serum. I'll link below. I did a video putting the Minimalist foundation and concealer over the serum, and I love that kind of glass skin look. But today we're going with a more matte look. I'm doing a different look than I've done in some other videos where I've worked with Beret. Today we're going to do more gradations on a purpley pink shade and a slightly more matte look underneath it. I thought that would be fun. So we're going to use 3 shades of the Minimalist. If you don't know what this is, it's kind of a combination foundation and concealer. I have my link right here on the screen and also below where you can get all of this stuff. I'm going to be working with 3 shades of this today. You don't have to, 1 shade will do, but I'm a little bit of a Beret hoarder, some of which Beret has kindly sent to me and some I have purchased with my own monies because I do love the brand. So I'm going to use 3 shades, but honestly, you can use 1. And that, by the way, the Minimalist product is $38 in the US. We're also going to be working with their amazing cream bronzer, which is $30 in the US. I have a few shades of this too, but today we're going to be using the shade Leo because I kind of like a darker bronzer, and that might be a little too dark for me, but it just warms up my face so beautifully. I have it on right now, and you'll definitely see it in the demo as well. We're going to be working with the beautiful Flush Balm. I'm going to pull out one of my favorite older shades called Raspberry Beret. That's right here. It's so pretty. And then we're going to pair it with Stockholm, which is a gorgeous, one of the newer shades. I don't know if you know, I did a video on this, but Beret has introduced some new shades, 4 new shades to be exact, of their Flush Balm, and I just thought this paired so beautifully. I really want to do that kind of pinky, purpley gradation look. I'm going to sneak in a little bit of the highlighter, the Beret highlighter you'll see, and then we're going to also go with the signature lip, this time in the shade Baby. I always use the shade Millennial, but this is the shade Baby that I'm wearing right now, and you're going to see it. So let's go now using my Beret brushes. That's another thing I love. So let's go now to the demo of me creating this pinky purpley look from all of my favorite Beret products. Okay, I'm looking forward to creating this look because I'm a little out of balance right now. I have my brows done and a little bit of mascara on. I know it's the wrong order, but I wanted to share all the Beret stuff with you guys. Okay, so we're going to start with the Minimalist. Now, this product is going to do everything for us, and sometimes I put the serum underneath. It makes it slide and go on so nicely, but today, and I did my last look with the Minimalist by putting the serum on first, but today I'm going to show you what it's like just to put it onto bare skin. I have some skincare, but it's all kind of absorbed in, and I have 3 shades out because I love the Minimalist. So this is the shade Suede, and I'm going to use this kind of as an all-over foundation, and then I'm just going to make some stripes here. Then I'm going to use 2 other shades as a concealer. You don't have to be as devoted as I am and have all these shades. Some of them gifted from Beret, some of them I've purchased on my own. And now I'll try to speak to you with stripes on my face, which I know is quite silly. At any rate, you could do it with all 1 shade, and that's kind of a really nice put together look. But we're going to do it with 3 shades because I have them. Okay, here is my Beret number 1 brush. Let's blend. Okay, and I admit that I often put the serum on underneath and it makes it glide on even better, but this way works too and will be a slightly more mattified look, and I'm good with that today. I want the pink to do the talking. All right, now I have 2 other shades of the Beret Minimalist, and I'm going to use those as concealer. I'm going to use the lightest shade I have, which is Bisque, here under the eyes, because I get some dark circles, a little bit tired, a little bit stressed. So I'm going to use that underneath the eyes, and then just to create this polka dot look and just make it a little bit sillier looking, I am going to take the shade Linen and do that kind of around the nose and around anywhere else on my face, which is probably everywhere, that needs a little bit of extra coverage. So now that I am perfectly polka dot, I'm going to go back in with the same Merit #1 brush. I have a few of these, but I'm going to use the same one to blend because obviously it's blending in with what I used as my foundation anyway, which was the shade Suede. Okay, that's better already. Let's finish up this base with a little bit of bronzer. I love this bronzer. I like the shade Leo, which is maybe a little bit too dark for me, but I really don't care. I like a darker bronzer because I really want to warm up my face. And I'm going to dot this kind of all over into the hairline, and then I'm going to spread it a little bit onto the cheeks too because it just warms up the whole look. So here we go. Up there, and then I'm going to go here, here. I don't really contour, but you know, you can. Heaven knows I probably need to contour, but I don't. And I even put a little bit on the cheeks, and I have a clean, I told you I had a few of these. I have a clean Merit brush. Let's blend. And then I'm fond of just kind of going in with my hands just to take the warmth. When I use cream products like this, just to take the warmth from my hands to just kind of melt it all together. I don't press or pull. I do press, but I don't pull. I don't tag on the skin or anything. I just kind of like to watch it all just kind of come together. And there's a great base. Look how much better that was than when we started. I just feel so much more put together, but it still looks really natural. And the key is beautiful and minimal, which is my absolute favorite. Okay, I like this little highlighter, and I'm just going to put a tad bit of it on here. This is in the shade Bounce, which is a pinkier shade because we're going with a kind of a pinky look. And I just tap it on there, and I just go to town with it there, just a little bit in there, and I just want a little bit into the center of the eye. I'll show you what we're going to do with the eyes in just a moment. Okay. That is by Merit as well. Okay, I have two of my favorite pinky purpley blush shades, and we're going to use that today. One of them is the new shade Stockholm, which is just a beautiful kind of peachy pink. And then this shade right here, which is called Raspberry Beret, which is much more purpley. And I think I'm going to do Raspberry Beret on the cheeks. And what I do, you could put your sponge or your brush right on this, but I am a lazy girl. So I just go right in, and I'll exaggerate that a little bit just so you can kind of see what it looks like a little better. Such a pretty color. This is an old school one I've had forever, and I'm taking my same brush because it doesn't matter, you guys. I'm melding all the products together, so I just reuse the brushes. Why not? And just look at how nice that brush goes and melts that in. And as I said, sometimes I use the Merit serum underneath, but this is a more matte look, so I'm not, and it still blends beautifully. I am exaggerating the shades. These are really buildable blushes, so I am exaggerating a little bit just so you can really see the color. When they're on your face for an everyday look, if I were going out somewhere and I didn't do it so boldly, then they're just kind of a really sheer, gentle, natural color, but can be built up to something like this. Now, in my last video that I did with Merit, I was looking at these Flush Balms. And in that video, I used the same Flush Balm on my cheeks, lips, and eyes for a really fun monochromatic look. Well, today, I want to change that up a little bit and do kind of gradation of looks. And for that, we have the Raspberry Beret on the cheeks. I really wanted to emphasize that purple. But I want to put this peachy pink Stockholm Flush Balm on my eyes. That's right, on the eyes. And I know I put a little bit of the highlighter on there already. That's okay. I just kind of want to get this just into the crease and a little bit more onto the edge of the eye. Just that one shade. I could go in with two, but let's not get too fancy, okay? I'm not feeling fancy today. And I could even go back in with that highlighter and put a little more on, but I don't really feel the need for it. And my last video, like I said, I did a monochromatic, I'll link that video below, but I did a monochromatic look with the same shade on eyes and cheeks and lips, and I still love that simple, easy look. But today, like I said, I'm going for these kind of gradations of pinky purples, and that brings us to our signature lip. This is the shade Baby. Now, it's hard to pull me away from the Beret shade Millennial. That is my favorite of all times. But I thought Baby kind of worked better for us today. Just kind of it has a little bit of almost a little bit of brown in it. Let's take a look. This is the most comfortable lipstick, and it's so perfectly me because I can put it on while talking. I do everything while talking. I think this really complements that kind of purpley pinky look that I'm going for. Not monochromatic, but just kind of a look that works in gradations of shades. Isn't that pretty? How quick was that? Now, I was talking to you guys through the whole thing, so that made it take longer. But if I were actually quiet and concentrating, which is rare, that would have been the quickest, bam, look and out the door, and just so beautiful and put together. I am such a fan of Beret. That is why it is an absolute pleasure to work with them. I am always so excited when they send me an email and get in touch. I just love it because I can really talk about something that I truly feel is exceptionally fun, minimal beauty, and really just speaks to my soul. So I want to thank Beret for reaching out to me and this opportunity to work with them. I just enjoy it so very much. Let me know any questions that I can answer below. I definitely have my on screen here, and down below I definitely have my link for you guys to use so you can try it for yourselves, and let me know your thoughts on this particular look. That is what makes us a community, so leave your comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. Hey, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so we can continue to grow. And come say a big hello, please, over on Instagram and TikTok too. You can support the craziness that happens on this channel by becoming a member or by giving super thanks. But if nothing else, I look forward to seeing all of you, I hope, in the next video. Bye-bye.